things breathe air? Do they breathe air? No, they don't. So put a cross. Next one, do they grow? Non-living things grow or not? You have to do it yourself. If they grow, put a tick. If they don't grow, put a cross. This is simple and you're going to do it yourself. Okay? Next part. It is underline the wrong word, then write the correct sentence. First one is done for you. That is, I'm showing non-living things can breathe air. Now, we have already read and discussed that non-living things, they don't breathe air. So underline non-living, which has already been done, and it is replaced by living things can breathe air. So living things, they breathe air, non-living things don't. Next one, all living things need food and juice. Look over here. All living things need food and juice. Do living things need juice or food? They need food, but do they need juice? No. What will come? All living things need all living things need food and what do they need? Water. All living things need food and water. Next one. Plants can grow tall to get rain. No, plants do not grow tall to get rain. They grow tall to get sunlight. So do this part. It has one more sentence. We don't need to take care of non-living things, but we do need to take care of living things. So what are we going to do? We are going to underline don't, and we are going to write we need to take care of non-living things. Now, what is the next concept? Open page number 173 of your textbook, which is grammar in use, can and can't. Now, it is basically a concept, and that is I'm going to explain it to you how it is done. Okay, what is can and can't? Now, understand some very simple thing. We all have different abilities that we can do, or we can perform some actions. For example, there are few students in my class who are very good at dancing. They are good at doing dance. So they can say, I can dance. And there are some students who are very good at learning. So they can say, I can learn. Similarly, I can say, I can teach because I can teach you guys and I am good at that. And then I can also say that I can't sing because I can't sing. I don't know how to sing. So can and can't helps us to express what we are able to do. Things that we are able to do, we can say that by can and can't. Let's think of something else. Okay, I can cook food, and I can also say that I can't draw a painting. I can cook food because I know how to do that, but I don't know how to draw a painting, so I will say I can't draw a painting. So what you can do is you can explain it on your own. Open workbook page number 150 and look at the table can and can't. Now here is how you can use can and can't in asking questions and in answering questions. Can I sing? Can you dance? Can he, she clap? Yes, you can. No, I can't. Yes, he, she can. This is how you ask questions, and this is how you answer questions with can. Can it breathe? Can we eat? Can they move? No, it can't. Yes, we can. No, they can't. I hope you understand it. For example, go to your mother and go to your father. First of all, ask your father, can you cook food? And see what he answers you. If he knows how to cook food, then tell him that he has to say, yes, I can. But if he doesn't know how to cook food, then tell him that he has to say, no, I can't. Similarly, go to your mother and ask her, can you ride a bike? And if she knows how to, tell her that she can say, yes, I can. And if she doesn't know how to ride a bike, then tell her to say, no, I can't. This is how you ask questions with can and how you answer with can. Okay, so now under there we have few sentences and there are words, and you have to rearrange them. You have already been doing rearranging since day one. You do this in literature class, and I am sure that you can do this on your own. First one is done. Sister, my can the tambourine play? The correct sentence is my sister can play the tambourine. Okay, now her sister is capable of playing a tambourine. She can do it well. Next one, you build can snowman up. How is it gonna be? When there is an interrogative sentence, like a question sentence, so the can comes at the very front. Keep it in mind. Can you build a snowman? This will be the right answer. Now there are other statements, that is, can the drums Luke play? Now, how are we gonna do this? Luke can't play the drums. At the end there will come a full stop. Now this is how you're gonna do this. Next one. Look and write the answers. Now you're going to look at the picture and then you're going to write the answers. Now look. The first one is, can it grow tall? It is asking about the flower. Can the flower grow tall? Yes, the flower can grow tall, because when you plant a flower small, then when you give it water and you give it sunlight, and then it finally grows to become a bigger flower. So yes, it can. What you have to do is you have to complete all these pictures by yourself, and then there is a part, what can you do? Write true sentences where you use the words below to help you. I can, I can't. For example, you're going to write for yourself dance, sing, play drums, jump, ride a bicycle and swim. You're going to write, if you can dance, you will say I can dance. You will write over here. If you're uncomfortable or you can't do something like I can't sing, so you're going to write about it. Then play the drums. If you're able to play drums, you will write I can play the drums. If you're not able to do it, then you will write I can't play the drums. You're going to do this true exercise about yourself. Good. Go on and do it. Okay, so after doing the book exercise, you are going to do a small notebook exercise.